In this Trade Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a knife in the Smith & Wesson line, because you know they're the same company, right? And that includes a feature that I don't think I've seen on another Smith & Wesson or Schrade folder. And no, I'm not talking about that really slick Magic Assist. I'll tell you what it is coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Schrade/Smith & Wesson were kind enough to send me one of their, what is this thing? SWBL0P4 Black Ops Magic Assist folding knife. And first of all, let me just go ahead and say that James Pablos, I got your comment. I know that I've not done a lot of other knife reviews other than the Trade Saturday reviews lately. We'll see if that's going to change, but just so much gear to review and so little time, right? So I'm working on that, okay? But today is Trade Saturday, so, and Smith & Wesson being the same family, I kind of thought this was a cool knife and asked them to send this to me. Let me show it to you. And it's the one of their Black Ops series. It's got some really cool features that I've not seen on some of the other Magic Assist knives, which I think is pretty cool. So first of all, let me just give you a quick rundown of the specs, hopefully before the sun peaks below the horizon. It gets really dark on us here, and we'll maybe do just a little bit of knife stuff. This is, again, is the, let me read this, the SWBL0P4 Black Ops Magic Assist folding knife. And if I've said this once, I've probably said it 100 times. I think the Schrade Magic Assist system just kind of blurs the line between an automatic and an assisted opening. You know, on a, just say a regular assisted opening, you can take this thumb stud here and just flick it out like so, and it opens up. So that's what means this is not an automatic. So I'm probably going to repeat myself from a previous video, but if I understand correctly, what makes it a knife automatic is the blade is held closed while under tension by some sort of catch that you can release. When you release the catch, the blade springs open. Whereas an assisted opening has a spring assist that once you get the blade started moving, then it helps it go open the rest of the way. So, and I think the difference is, you can see when you close this thing, it's right here the spring starts engaging. Then it's got basically just a cam that's right inside there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe let's get a little focus. Okay, so inside there's a little cam right there of the pivot hinge, and it just goes right there and it's done. So just a cam, and all this little lever does here is just start the blade moving. It just pushes down on the blade inside there. So it's no different than using the thumb stud. It just pushes it moving. So, but I said we're going to talk about the specs first, right? Okay, so this knife features a 3.3 inch drop point blade of bead blasted 4034 high carbon stainless steel. For those of you, oh, is that a mosquito on my head? Look at that. I bet it is. I felt it. For those of you who are either still stuck in or just adopting that old metric system, that is 8.4 centimeters. It's got a 4.4 inch ergonomically textured and grooved gray aluminum handle, which is 11.1 centimeters. And then the overall length of this knife is 7.7 inches or 19.5 centimeters. And it weighs about 5 ounces or 141 grams. It is a liner lock design, so you can see that the blade, basically you just, I can't do this on camera hardly, but push that up with your thumb, you can close it, so it's got the liner lock in there. Features a lock, so it won't come spranging open in your pocket and stab you in the leg or in the hand when you reach for it, because yes, indeed, this is a tip-up carry, which you know I like. So reach in there for it, it's ready to go. And then the it does have the blade lock again, but you don't have to use it. But I kind of think it's not a bad idea, because you just pop it open. It also features some jimping all over the place on it, you know, here and there. And then open up, it's got a little jimping, rides right up onto the thumb ramp. Has a lanyard hole right there. And then something that I have not seen, mosquitoes, on another Schrade or Smith & Wesson knife so far. At least I don't remember seeing one. Okay, maybe one or two, but it's pretty rare. And that is, it has a reversible pocket clip for left or right hand carry. Now the safety is still going to be on one side, but I don't think that's that big a deal. You can get it with your finger just as good as you can with your thumb. But if you do that, then you can actually carry this on either side. So I know that's been a big kind of a complaint or big opportunity for improvement, we'll say, from the folks at Schrade for a long time, and they sounds like they're starting to listen. So tapped on this side for the right or left hand carry. So I think that is pretty cool. And the last little detail you probably want to hear about is the price on this knife on Amazon. It's about 37, 38 bucks, so not too bad there. And take a look at the handle. It's got kind of a different design. It kind of has a little bit of a slight curvature to it. A little bit of kind of a finger ramp here, and the liner lock has some jimping on it. But altogether, really, it's a pretty comfortable knife, and it's fast, man. By the way, I'm not an attorney. If you have a discussion with a law enforcement officer about the legality of this, you need to know laws in your local area, because that right there, I promise you, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you that is a switchblade. You know, I'm sure that Schrade has a whole team of lawyers that told them they can sell this as an assisted opening, but I don't know if they'll go to court with you. Again, I can do this all day long. Slight bit of recurve on the blade here, and why don't we take it down to the old stump top now before the sun goes completely down, and we'll get to doing just a little bit of that knife step, and we'll see how comfortable this thing is. Okay. It's the SWBL0P4. I think that stands for Smith & Wesson Black Op 4. But so we'll do the obligatory little paper cutting test and see how well it does there. I'm not the best paper cutter in the world, but there's probably people that can make this thing do a lot better than I can. But so it's cutting, but okay. It's all about technique, right? Okay. I guess you just got to do it right. So there's that. What about some cardboard? That's the kind of stuff you're going to use this knife for. I don't think this is going to be something that typically is going to be a bushcraft style knife. We'll just, it cuts cardboard like nobody's business, right? Let's see if we can do a little, make a little feather stick here. Okie dokie, there's that. One other thing I always like to test with kind of an EDC style knife is seatbelt cutting, just because I think that's just something that's good to know about. So we're just going to take this thing and see if we can cut seatbelt with it. What do you know? Cuts a seatbelt, cuts cardboard, cuts paper. All just for the heck. I mean, in my opinion, if a knife won't do a little something with some fat wood, it's pretty much worthless. So I got a piece of fat wood here. We're just going to see how well it'll do that. I think it's going to do just fine, because it is a very, very sharp knife. This shape of this blade really lends itself to a lot of different uses. Okay, you know what's next, right? We're going to try to leave the fat wood out of it for a minute and see if our feather sticks here will catch a spark. Just so happen to have a ferro rod. Now, I don't know if this thing has got any kind of an edge on it that's going to strike a ferro rod. Not much, to be honest with you. Not very sharp, but we're going to give it a whirl anyway. Not very sharp. All I'm doing is messing up the finish on this knife. Okay, not working real good on the ferro rod, but I know I could use the blade if I needed to, or I could just pull that Bic out of my pocket. Chuck Norris drinks his coffee black and without water. Okay, well, that was a quick look at the Smith & Wesson Black Ops 4. We'll call it that, okay? Magic Assist folding knife. And in spite of the fact that it does not do very well on a ferro rod, I still like this knife. I gotta say, it feels really good in your hand. I kind of, you know, I was initially kind of put off by this kind of a funky shape on the handle, but it actually, it feels great. That little hump there just kind of fits right in your palm, in my palm anyway. You know, I wear like medium gloves, so I've probably got an average size hand, but it just fits in there really well. It's a very nice feeling knife. One of the things I didn't point out was, like, unlike some of the Magic Assist knives, the assist lever kind of disappears down inside here. Some of them don't. Some of them it stays out. This one goes away, so it just gives you a nice, clean, very usable handle and grip area there with a nice thumb ramp. The jimping is not too bad. You know, I'm not a big fan of jimping, but I can see the reason for it. So, if you're looking for I don't know, an everyday carry kind of knife for multiple uses, as long as you don't need to strike a ferrocerium rod with it, this could be a really good knife for you. Again, and it's not a bushcraft knife, so that's the only downside I can see this thing. It does a great job of carving, great ambidextrous pocket clip. Wow, and magic, baby. So once again, thanks to the folks at Schrade for sending me this so I can show it to you. As always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a new video every Friday, a new Schrade Saturday video every Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. You can check out a new one right here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd invite you to click right down here and do so. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.